Hello everyone, this is PD classes. So today I am here to give the aspirants of APS interviews who want to appear for the interview and who want to practice with us. So let me start by giving some pointers and some tricks that are going to help you for your interview. So the first thing that I am going to be talking about with the APS interview is you must always give your interview in English language. It is very important because that school, the branch of that school are going to take your interview only in English. So you should be fluent in English. The first thing is this. Other than that, the things that you should also consider in your mind is how are you going to answer the questions. There would be some common questions that I am going to be discussing with you. Like the first question they are going to ask you is your introduction. Now see, you must have all prepared your introductions and you must have all prepared your introductions according to your own will. But the things that you should consider in your introduction is you should make sure that you are not going to talk about your family as well as your weaknesses in your introduction. That is not something we are going to give on the first go. If they ask you about your family or about your weaknesses separately, only then you are going to answer these questions, otherwise you are not going to add them on your own. This is the very first thing of your introduction. In your introduction, you are going to add whatever you like. Other than these things, avoid these topics like weakness and your family. Other than that, you can add the meaning of your name and your hobbies and whatever preferences or whatever introductory part you have already selected. The second question, that is, why do you want to be a teacher? Now, I am taking it as all of you are already teachers, so you must have already prepared very good answers for this question. But let me give you some pointers on how you should, or what it can be one way to answer this question of why do you want to be a teacher, or why did you choose the profession of a teacher. Now see, this answer is somewhat that can make your introduction really more impressive by you answering that you like children or you like the profession of giving your knowledge to someone else and making sure that the career of the students also grows. So things like that are also going to look good in your introductory part as well as your questions. The next questions can be why did you select APS as your school as for your profession of being a teacher. Other than that, the questions can also be what if you don't get selected, or why should they only select you and not some other candidates. For all these questions you can prepare your own answers, or for all these questions we have provided many online classes and that you can avail for your interview, and in those classes you can get the answers of your own, because every student you must have all prepared your own separate answers, and we as PD classes, the teachers online as well as offline, we are providing you the best of the answers. So we can say that the online or the offline classes for the interview are going to be very beneficial for you. Other than that, the questions that can be asked is what are the qualities of a teacher. Now see, this is a question that you should be prepared, as I am taking it as that all of you are already teachers, so you must have already your points in mind what are the qualities of a teacher. Other than that, they can also give you situation based questions. The situations could be like, what if there is a student who is an overachiever, what if there is a student who is an underachiever, and how are you going to handle a class full of delinquents and some special needs children and everything. So situation based question is something that is definitely going to be asked. So make sure that your answers of these questions are already prepared beforehand. Other than that, your demo. See, the demo is really very important for your interview, because you have to show yourself in such a light that you are really comfortable with the kids, you are really comfortable with the staff, the ambience, the students, and for that make sure your demo is well prepared beforehand. You can prepare your own topics, or they can also give you topics of their own. So make sure that you are well prepared with your subject. Your subject is something that you should have a good command over. So if you have a good command over your subject, then your demo should be prepared in the best of way. Other than this, your body language is also very much going to be observed at that time. See, the way of your talking, the way of your sitting, standing, going over to the board and coming back to your seat, your way of sitting, everything is going to be observed by everyone. So make sure your body language is also well prepared. Practice it beforehand, because if you don't practice it and then you go for your interview, you are going to do the things naturally as you already do in your own home or at your own professional environment. So make sure that your body language is also well prepared and well rehearsed beforehand. Okay. Other than that, make sure that you are whenever you are in front of the panel, there can be a panel of 8 people, there can be a panel of 4 people or 6 people. It is according to their own will. Okay, so you have to make sure that instead of answering just the person who is asking the question, you should look at everyone, you should give your attention to everyone. There is going to be a psychologist, the subject teacher, the principal, the colonel, and there might be some other staff members. So make sure that your attention is divided among all of them and not just the one person who asked you the question, because that is something that is going to look very good, because if you are dividing your attention equally to everyone, that also shows that you are not going to be ignoring any students even during the class. So that are some important points that you should observe and you should be careful about during your interview. Other than that, your own personality is something that you should look upon and you should be careful about, because your personality is something that they are going to be observing very carefully. So make sure that your personality is well improved and well rehearsed beforehand, and how are you going to be showing your own personality at that time. You can develop your personality by taking up our classes of online as well as offline sessions of personality development as well as English and interview skills. So this is it, and these are all the points from PD classes that you should keep in your mind to give you the best of your introduction. Thank you.